Sandy here with Raise 'em Up Homestead, and I am working feverishly in the garden. It rained last night, the temperatures are in the 90s. My garden is exploding. So let me show you how I prune tomatoes. Okay, so here we have a tomato. Now this is how I prune them. So we have our main stalk that goes up, and then we have just our branches with leaves that come out, and then you see this guy here. This is what we call a sucker, and what this is doing is trying to create a whole nother plant. And if you don't prune these, it will flower, this plant will explode, and you'll have lots and lots of plant. And so I want fruit, so here's what I do. I just go in and go snip. Now, here's a great thing. This is not a loss, you guys. You can turn this into another tomato plant. Okay, guys. Waste not, want not is my train of thought. So what I do is I take this sucker that I've just pruned, put it in some water, and then after a couple days, it's going to grow roots, and then you can plant them. And that's exactly what I did this morning. Let me show you some suckers that I rooted and planted. So I have a jar of water in my laundry where there is daylight, but not direct sunlight. And I'll leave them in here for a couple days until they start rooting. I did a whole bunch of these yesterday, so they haven't started yet. But that's what I do. It's called like my gardener's bouquet. So these guys just got planted and they were suckers. So now I'm gonna have more tomato plants. I try to catch my suckers when they're just starting, because if you don't, you'll blink and tomorrow they'll be giant. And then I have a hard time cutting them when they have blossoms on them, because, well, that's more fruit. So I kind of try to every day go through my tomatoes and pick my suckers off. Okay guys, so here's what I'm talking about. Here is what a sucker looks like when it's just a wee baby. Just come here with your fingers, pluck them off. There are a few trains of thought on this. Some people are very pro pruning, and there's some people who are anti-pruning. It's a whatever works for you. I have my tomatoes in a very tight space because I'm wanting to grow as many as possible, so I prune so they don't bush, so then I can grow them vertically and have more yield in a small amount of space. So if you have a large space for tomatoes, don't prune. You might get more. I feel like I have better results when I prune. So as you can see, these tomatoes I have grown vertically. And this one is probably almost 8 feet tall. And it's going to keep going. But I prune it, and I'll even come in, and if I start noticing leaves that are getting yellow, I might prune those too, because I want all of my energy to go towards the fruit and not towards leaves. If you found this video helpful for the new gardener for pruning tomatoes, please like and subscribe. We have a wide variety of content on this page, from DIY home remodeling to gardening to making stuff out of free shit. We are homesteading for the first time in Eastern Kentucky. Follow along for our journey.